Good morning, everyone. So today is August 23. It's already past 12 in the afternoon. So I'm doing this video. This is about my visa journey because I want to share with you guys how I did my visa, or what is the process that I did and what are the requirements that I submitted for my visa. So yes, it is really true that right after my interview, I was able to get the approval of my visa. So meaning prior pa na na-receive ko yung passport ko with the visa approved on it. So alam ko na siya right after my interview. So I'm gonna tell you guys the steps, or the process, the requirements and the process that I did to have it. So you know guys that I'm already here in Switzerland for more than 2 years already. So for of course I do have already a permit to stay here aside from marrying my husband. So yes, first we did it last week. My husband and I did it. So we did. First thing you need to do is I will add their website on the description below later on my YouTube channel, so you would know how to go to process your appointment. So of course, first thing to do is you need to have your DS-160 form. You need to know what visa you wanna do. So for me, it's for B1 B2, so for tourist visa. So first you need to apply for, or you need to fill out the form. All the information that they were gonna ask you, it will be provided there. What are the information that they're gonna ask. So let me remove my glasses first. So you need to fill out your name. So basic information, you need to put everything. Then you need a picture also. You need to scan a picture. Because here in Switzerland, it's mostly more on online. You can do it online. So that's why mostly mga tao dito may mga printer, may mga scanner sila sa mga bahay. So likewise, parang sa amin. So then once you're done with your DS1 form, actually ang daming tanong. Ang daming tanong later on pa pag natapos mo na yung basic information. Of course, they wanna know what is really the purpose of your travel. So since I'm traveling with my husband, I put also his information there. And kung meron kayong kakilala doon, nilagay ko din. And then once na na-fill out mo na yung form, I will not go into the details na. You can see that I will just add the link down below kung saan ka maggagawa ng DS1 60. So makakakuha ka ng code dito. Ito yung code na nakuha ko. And then next to that is you need to pay. So ito yung receipt namin sa payment namin. So we paid $185 including the shipping fee. So kasi kapag nakuha yung passport mo, i-deliver na lang nila yung pwede mo namang i-pick up. Kaya lang on our case, kasi nag-work yung husband ko, hindi ko naman siya laging pwedeng istorbohin lang para samahan ako. So we chose the premium delivery para kapag ma-approve man, i-deliver na lang nila. So we did that. This is our receipt. So almost the delivery fee is like 20 plus something. So total in all, it's $185. So yun. And then after that, next is you need to have printed out your but hindi naman nila to hinanap. So nagprint lang ako yung aking permit, yung permit ko dito sa Switzerland. So print out namin, pero hindi ito ang hinanap nila, kinuha nila yung original. So and then nagpa-picture ako ng 5x5. Ayan. So that's 15 francs for 4 pieces lang. So imagine ang mahal. And then you will do an appointment. So you will confirm. Madali lang siya actually. Madami lang tanong-tanong dun sa first part, dun sa DS-160. But if you're done with that, all you need to do is to make an appointment. And merong ilalagay doon, mag-choose ka kung anong date yung meron. The tricky part is when doing your appointment, you should be careful in putting the information kasi of course hindi ka na pwedeng bumalik, especially the barcode that was given to you on your DS-160 form. So we're able to print out. So meron kaming appointment noong August 15 ng 8:30 in the morning. So I guess that was, I don't know what August, what day is that? Is it Friday? I think so. And then what we did is, since 8:30 yung appointment namin and iisa lang yung embassy dito, makikita lahat ng embassy sa iba't ibang bansa doon lang sa Bern. So that was almost an hour to drive from our place. So we wake up early, around 6, kasi magbe-breakfast kami, naliligo, and magpre-prepare. So we're able to manage to go there like past 8. So after mo doon pumunta, naman ako ng husband ko muna doon sa embassy. So pipila ka doon, you should just know where to go. Meron dun immigrants and non-immigrants. So of course, I will go to non-immigrants. So yun yung line na sinundan ko. So I think panglima ako doon sa pwesto na yun, sa linya namin na yun. So, when I came there, I'm so happy. I'm putting it out. Nakalagay naman doon, naka-plus card. So, before ka makapasok sa loob, mayroon munang mag-check ng mga details mo or yung mga documents mo if it's complete or correct. So, mayroong isang lalaki doon, hindi ko alam. So, beside nila, mayroon ding police. So, syempre embassy siya, may police doon. So, he asked first my DS-160, this and the appointment. That's the first two stuff that nahihingiin nila. So binigay ko na siya, and then he said na kailangan ko rin yung permit mo, yung passport mo, and the picture. So habang inilalabas ko yung yung passport, yung ID, and yung picture ko, he asked me who did the online application. Sinong gumawa, sabi niya sa amin. So sabi namin ng asawa ko, kaming dalawa. So nagtulungan kami. So and then he said, you cannot go on to your appointment kasi you have wrong barcode. So one letter is wrong. Imagine mo, isang letter lang. So dito sa ano ko is W. So ang nakalagay dito na i-type namin is V, as in victory, yung V. So dito kasi sa Switzerland, ang basa dun sa W is V. So yun, di ba? So tinanong ako ng husband ko to read the code. So I read it to him, but then I pronounce the W, V. But kinorek ko siya, sabi ko V, but V, W I said. Pero ang dinig niya is V. So nilagay niya is V, yung victory. So hindi namin chinek. So we're so kampante kami na tama, everything is correct, ganyan. So what he did is, since he told us na hindi ako makakapag-proceed kasi nga mali yung isang letter, it should be matching. So he gave me this information on how to correct it. So he said, kailangan mong pumunta, sundan mo na lang to, bibigyan kita ng papel, sabi niya. So binigay niya to. We tried to open it on our phone, baka sakaling mahabol pa namin kasi wala pa namang 8:30, but unfortunately hindi ko maalala yung password or yung login ko. So we are so annoyed actually kasi nag-ano pa yung aking asawa, nag-absent, hindi naman pumasok pa rin siya pero late nga lang. So wala kaming magagawa, and one thing na nanghihinayang kami is yung bayad. So iniisip namin na another payment na naman ng $185, or in francs it's 166 something. So we did go home na wala kaming napala. At least sinabihan kami na kung ano yung gagawin namin. So it was instructed here, we needed to wait within 24 hours. So mayroong mag-appear doon na kailangan mong i-click, i-close mo, and then para makapaggawa kami ng panibagong appointment. So there, nung kinabukasan, which is on the 16th, so ginawa namin siya. So what we did is we make a new appointment, and at this time sinabi ko dun sa asawa ko na siya na lang lahat gumawa yung yung appointment na lang nang ginawa, hindi na namin inulit yung DS-160 form. So ito pa rin siya. So meaning iko-correct lang namin yung appointment na ginawa namin. So we did that. So nakapag-choose kami, and then tama na yung code. So nakapag-choose kami ng panibagong appointment, which is on the 20th of August, nung August 20, mga 9 a.m. So pumunta kami, but still we still went there the same time kasi traffic nung time na yun. So we are there on time, then chinek na niya, and then tama na yung barcode. And good thing is we didn't need to pay another payment. So we still paid. We didn't pay anything. So yun pa rin yung binayad namin nung una. So maybe siguro kasi nabasa ko, nag-research ako na kailangan mo magbayad ng panibago kapag ganun. Pero Sa kaso kasi namin, nagpakita ako sa appointment ko. It's not a no-show. It's just that mali yung isang letter dun sa barcode. So, siguro, depende ka siguro yun sa reason. Kung hindi ka nagpakita, siguro marahil yun, hindi ka pagbabayarin ka nila ulit. So, in my case, nagpakita ako, it's just that mayroon lang isang letter na mali dun sa barcode ko. So, again, the requirements that needed is your DS-160 form. This is based for my experience na nakatira dito sa Switzerland. So, I just have my DS-160 form, my appointment confirmation with the correct barcode, and then my payment slip, that's included already. And then this is my permit ID here. So, yan, binigay ko. And then my passport, and then this picture. So, kung wala kang picture, may boot sila sa loob. Ayan, picture. And then, after na ma-check nila yung ano mo, yung ma-check nila yung documents mo if it's correct na, mag-proceed ka na doon sa linya kung saan tatanggalin mo kung naka-belt ka, kung may relo ka, may phone ka, yung parang sa airport, yung ilalagay mo yung may box na ganun. So, ilalagay mo lahat doon. And then, wait mo yung mag-a-assist sa'yo, may mga guard doon na mag-a-assist sa'yo. I-inform ka nila kung papasok ka na. So, after no, nalagay ko na yung gamit ko sa box. Maliit lang naman siya. So, pumunta na kami dun sa may scanning area. So, you cannot, you put your stuff there, yung box mo, ilalapag mo doon. And wag ka munang papasok. Antayin mong ano kanila, parang senyasan kanila na pumasok. So, pag nilagay na yung gamit mo, papasok ka na rin, mag-i-scan ka rin. So, that day, I just wear a dress para hindi na mahirap na maghubad-hubad. So, dress yung sinuot ko. I didn't wear a watch anymore. I don't have a belt. I just have a little bag. Ang liit lang. Ang laman lang nun is wallet, pulbo, tsaka tissue. So, actually, on your appointment, they will give you included instruction, ano yung mga dapat mong dalhin at hindi dapat dalhin. So, dapat 15 minutes prior to your arrival nandun ka na kasi nga dun sa pag-check ng documents mo. So, bawal ang that is for security purposes only. Bawal ang mga cigarette, of course, yung mga sharp object, weapons, and yung allowed bag lang is 35 cm by 30 by 20. So, yun lang yung allowed na bags. Kaya maliit lang na bag yung aking kinuha. Yun lang ay yung laman. So, after nun, stand ka dun sa harap ng pag-iskanan ng damit, ay ng bag. Then, yung bag ko talaga as in chinek nila. Maliit na yun So, binuksan niya yung bag ko and then kinuha niya yung pulbo. Sabi niya sa akin, ito hindi pwede. So, nilagay niya sa box. Mayroon silang lagayan doon and bibigyan ka ng claim number stub sa pag-claim mo mamaya. And then, yung wallet ko talaga, as in itong wallet ko na to maliit, binukat-kat niya talaga. As in, chinek niya. So, ayun. Then, binigay niya sa akin. Then, papapasukin ka na nila dun sa another building. So, bababa ka doon pag pumasok ka. Mayroon another guard. Then, sasabihin ng guard na just follow the red arrow. So, finalo ko yung red arrow. And then, it's my first time to do all that. Kasi hindi ka pwedeng samahan. Ikaw lang papasok. Kung sino lang yung appointment, siya lang yung papasok sa building. So, my husband was waiting for me outside. And then, pagpasok ko doon, may mga nakapila ng nauna. Siguro mga 10 to 15 yung mga tao nauna sa akin. So, first window, you will give, they will ask for your passport. Bibigay mo yung passport mo. Then, check nila yung appointment mo. And then, tatanungin ng babae yun, kung the first cubicle. So, tatanungin niya, first window, tatanungin niya kung mayroong changes sa name mo. So, hindi ko pa na-gets name kasi I thought it's my first name. I said no. And then she told me na, from Kap to Schmidt, so meaning you have a change of name. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I misunderstood it. So, it's okay, no worries. So, you're going to US for holiday? Yeah, I said. And then, okay, that's it. Then, mayroon siyang nilagay. Ito, nilagay niya sa likod ng aking ID. Yan na yung parang i-scan nila. Nandun yung barcode ko. Sorry. And then, after that, she told me to proceed to window 10. So, after pumunta na ako sa window 10, ang babae din yun nandun. So, kinuha lang niya i-scan lang niya. And then, that is for fingerprints. So, nag-scan ako ng 4 muna sa left, and then sa right, and then thumbs. And then, sa pagkatapos ng fingerprints, she told me to go to window 7 for the interview. So, pumunta ako doon. So, ayun nga, mayroong 10 hanggang 15 na tao yung nasa harapan ko bago ako. Ewan ko, medyo kinakabahan ako during nung hindi naman sobrang kaba kasi I have to level ng kaba. Kapag yung kaba lang na ano, yung kamay ko nagpapawis tsaka yung kilikili ko. Pero kapag yung talagang na ano talaga ako na kaba, yung as in kumakatog na dito mo. Pero yung kaba ko is light lang. Kasi yung isang babae doon, yung una, I think she's from Africa kasi based on the color, doon ako nag-base. Ang tagal niya. So, ang daming tinatanong sa kanya. Hindi ko alam kung bakit. At hindi ko pa na-observe kung nakapasa siya o hindi. So, I don't know how it is kasi kung paano ma-approve yung visa mo. So, all I know is just you go there, interview, and then depends. So, when it's in my turn na, yung iba mabilis. So, when it's my turn na, so, I gave the passport first. Yung passport lang kinuha niya. And then he started to ask me a question. So the counselor is a man. So he asked me, he's not looking at you eye to eye. He's just focused on the computer typing something and he's not even smiling. So, yun, medyo okay lang naman. So, ayan, akala ko papasok ka sa kwarto, Yun lang pala sa window ka i-interviewin. So, the first question he asked me is that, what is the purpose of my visit or for getting a visa? So I told him for holiday with my husband. And then he asked me, then he's nodding. And then the second question he asked me is if I do have a relative in US and when do we plan to go? I said, yes, I do have a cousin in Florida and we plan to go there around January for 3 to 4 weeks, I said. And then he asked me for my job. Oh, at the moment, I'm not working. I'm doing the Deutsch, the Deutsch course, the German language class. So, okay, he said. And then, is your husband? This is the question that was, parang napaisip ako. Pero buti na lang nag-work yung utak ko. Hindi ako masyadong tense, kaya nasagot ko. So, inisip ko na parang inaano lang niya ako, tinetest lang niya ako. So, sabi niya sa akin, is your husband has or visa already? So, sabi ko, hindi kaya niya alam na hindi niya kailangan ng visa, sabi ko ganon. So, siguro kina-check lang niya kasi nilagay ko yung information ng husband ko doon sa appointment ko doon or sa account, sa information ko. So, sabi ko, no, he doesn't need a visa because he has a German passport. So, nag-nod siya, so agreeing. And then, the last question was, what is his job? And then I told him that I told him what is his job. He's a project manager in Frankrike, blah 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 blah. So and then right after that, it's actually less than 5 minutes lang. Ang bilis, like 4 to 5 question or 5 to 6 question. And then after that, he told me your visa was approved. And then he gave me this little paper. I think I have it. So, ito, maliit na papel, instruction for the delivery. So, that's it. He get my passport, inilagay niya dun sa box. And then, that's it. Oh, okay, that's it. So, I went out already. So, there you go. Prior receiving my passport yesterday, I know already na approve siya. So, it's just that I'm excited because I would be able to see the visa here. So, yun lang po. So, actually, it was written here. The instruction was 3 to 5 business days. But unfortunately, or probably what happened is that we went there, like my appointment was Wednesday, and then after a day, Thursday and then Friday, I received it already. So I received already the SMS or the email about the update, and then that's it. I got it already. So ang bilis lang talaga dito. Nakakapanibago lang kasi not unlike in the Philippines. I'm not, because based on my experience nga. So sa Pilipinas ang daming 'di ba? Ang tagal-tagal ng mga proseso. Pero dito ang bilis lang talaga. Biruin mo 'yun, ang bilis ma-approve. Depende siguro sa reason mo on kung anong dahilan mo kung bakit ka pupunta ng US. But for this one, I got it approved right after my interview. So nag-wait lang ako ng isang araw, nakuha ko na yung passport ko. Tinatakan na nila, mayroon na yung tatak. So, that's my journey for applying a US visa here in Switzerland. So, yun. So, actually, may nagsabi naman na sa akin na mabilis lang ako makakakuha kasi nga I'm here in Switzerland and I do have the permit here. So, yun lang, guys. That's my experience sharing with you how what I did for making for getting my visa for US visa. So I'm actually happy na. We're planning to go next year, early next year to, to US. So for the adventure with my husband, of course, thanks to my husband. So yun po, that's all I want to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. The reason why I also want to upload it or to make a video about it is because I got a lot of views and comments and reactions on the Facebook when I uploaded about my visa approval. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much again for subscribing. Please watch my video, subscribe, like, share, and comment. So bye bye for now until to my next video.